water is warm and the air is sweet. The time is now, so no more delay. Come on and relax. Learn some Bahamian facts. Sit back, here we go, it's a Goombay day.
Goombay Kids!
Hello everyone and welcome to the season finale of Goombay Kids. As always, my name is Melania, but you can call me Mel and I have been your host. Goombay Kids is a Bahamian TV show made for kids, by kids, right here in the beautiful Bahamas. Today, for our final episode, our theme is one of the most important of all, especially to our island nation. Our theme is the environment and littering. Our environment is so precious to us here in the Bahamas. We take so much pride in our stunning beaches and beautiful landscapes. It's extremely important that we take care of our islands and the nature that surrounds us, for ourselves and future generations. One of the best ways to take care of our environment is to be very aware and careful of how much trash we put into it. Whenever you're on the beach or taking a walk, you can clean up after yourself and pick up any trash you see. Another thing we can do to reduce our impact on the environment is recycle our plastic, cans, bottles, and other trash. To kick us off, Goombay Kid Jahan is going to teach us how to make art out of things you can find on the beach. Take it away, Jahan!
I'm Jahan, and I just came back from the beach where I collected some beautiful shells to make this awesome craft with you guys. Today, we're going to be making unique beach-themed picture frames. The materials that you're going to need are some cardboard, a hot glue gun and stick, some liquid white glue, a box cutter or scissors, colored sand, a picture. This one is when I was 5. Aren't I cute? And last but not least, your shells. The first thing that you're gonna need to do are cut out 2 pieces of cardboard according to the measurements of your photo. You should leave at least a 2 to 3 inch border. This is gonna be the front of our picture frame, and this will be the back. Next, you're gonna need to cut out the inner rectangle, which is the same size as your photo, out with a box cutter or a pair of scissors. Whenever you're using a knife or scissors, make sure an adult is there to help you. Oh, wait. This is my favorite part. Now, you're gonna glue the sand onto the picture frame. I'm using a paintbrush to spread it more easily. Next comes the sand. Make sure to put some paper underneath your frame to catch the excess sand. Time for the shells. You can make any beautiful design you want, but don't glue it down yet in case you want to change anything. Have an adult help you hot glue the shells onto the picture frame. My mom let me do one. Takes a little elbow grease, but it's worth it. Finally, you're gonna glue the decorated piece to the back. But be careful, only glue the sides of the edges. And the bottom, not the top. Now that you're done, we can put our picture in. Well, I'm all done and it's getting late. Time for me to go. Bye, Goombay Kids!
Hi, I'm Adriana, and today we're going to talk about the environment. I'm going to show you easy ways to save our planet from climate change that you can do at home. First, you can look online for ways you can volunteer for cleanups in your community. And then, you can also try and conserve water when you're brushing your teeth. Turn off the tap when you don't need the water. Also, it's important to buy less plastic and bring a reusable shopping bag when shopping. Plastic is very bad for the environment. Another great way to help the planet is to plant a tree. Trees provide food and oxygen. They help save energy, clean the air, and help combat climate change. I am planting a tree today in my garden, and look at my sprouts from 2 weeks ago. Another great trick is to carpool with friends. Instead of taking many cars, you can take one. Cars are harmful to the environment. I'm calling my friends so we can carpool to the party. See you soon, bye! Buying a reusable water bottle instead of purchasing bottled water is another easy solution. It takes a long time for plastic to decompose. Before you toss out your soda packs, be sure to cut the plastic rings up. Make sure you ask an adult before using scissors. These rings can get stuck on sea animals and suffocate them. Also, use reusable straws, not plastic ones. It's good to grow your own food or shop at the local farmer's market. Here are some fresh bananas from our yard. And to make less garbage, use dish towels to dry your hands instead of paper towel. Printing on both sides of paper reduces the amount of paper used. And remember to try and recycle plastic, boxes, and glass. Make sure you turn off the lights, the TV, and other appliances when you are not using them. And also, lower your AC when you don't need it. I hope you learned a lot about how you can save the environment with me today. Bye, Goombay kids! Have a Goombay day!
Hi, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Casey.
And today we're going to be doing a beach cleanup. The beaches are one of the most important parts of the Bahamian environment, so we have to keep them clean.
Joshua, let's go!
You guys ready to tour this farm?
Yeah!
All right, let's go. Pulls air out through the soil. Get that oxygen in.
I love that sound, man. I'm definitely coming here tomorrow.
That was a good tour. Everybody have a good time?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. You learned a lot?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Today I learned in compost, you're supposed to keep the compost at 160 degrees to fight away pathogens and weed seeds.
I learned that you can grow a big variety in the Bahamas using hydroponics and organics.
I learned in hydroponics that it's very simple and that you just need some water and some pots and some holes in the bottom so that the water just drips through.
I learned that drip tape is the most efficient way to water your plants.
You're all gonna make me promise that you come in spring. If you come in spring, more free sugar cane for everybody. Deal?
Deal!
Love it.
Yes!
Hi Goombay kids, my name is Elizabeth and I'm so excited to be cooking with you today. Today we are cooking a Bahamian favorite, Johnny cake. My mom and I love cooking Johnny cake together and it goes great with my dad's chicken sauce. Let's get started. These are the ingredients that we need. Flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, eggs, butter, and milk. Our first step is to beat the eggs. Now we combine the dry ingredients. Second, we add butter, eggs, and milk. Now we get to knead it with our hands. You have to get in there real good and mix it. But first, we have to wash our hands. Now that the dough is prepared, it's best to let it rest for 30 minutes. Then it's time to start cooking. First, we are going to heat and grease the pan with coconut oil. Now we are going to pour the dough into the pan. Now we spread it. Try and spread it as evenly as you can. It might be hard since it's sticky. Turn the stove low to medium heat. Cover the pan with foil to keep the heat in. Check it every 5 minutes to make sure it doesn't burn. That's delicious! Thanks for joining me today, Goombay kids. I really enjoyed cooking Johnny cake with you. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hi Goombay kids, I'm Darian, and for today's Island of the Day, I'm bringing you facts about San Salvador. San Salvador is one of the southern islands in the great archipelago of the Bahamas. Have you visited San Salvador, Goombay kids? San Sal, as it's nicknamed, is a huge tourist destination. There are monuments, ruins, and shipwrecks in San Sal that are major tourist attractions. Did you know San Sal has over 50 dive sites? It's a great place for scuba diving. The reason it is such a popular tourist destination is because San Salvador has one of the most unique looking landscapes in the Bahamas. That landscape consists of hills, beautiful beaches, saltwater lakes, and amazing reefs. The main geographical feature of San Salvador is, dun dun dun, the Great Lake. The Great Lake is a huge saltwater lake 10 miles long and 2 miles wide in the middle of the island that connects all of the settlements. The Great Lakes Preserve is a sanctuary that protects endangered species like the San Salvador rock iguana and several different bird species. Fun fact, San Salvador is just a peak of a huge submerged mountain that stretches 15,000 feet from the ocean floor. Mind blown. Another sanctuary on San Salvador is the Green Bay National Park, which is a nesting site for sea turtles and iguanas. Another popular monument on San Salvador is the Dixon Hill Lighthouse. The lighthouse was built in 1887 and is still functional today. The lighthouse is still powered by 400,000 candles and is still refueled every 2 hours and 15 minutes. Goombay kids, I hope you learned a lot about San Salvador. I sure did. Bye!
Hi Goombay kids, my name is Zoe and I'm your pen pal from Canada. Did you know that Canada is the second biggest country in the whole world? There's lots of different kinds of ecosystems here. From wetlands to tundras, lakes to beaches, grasslands to forests, even glaciers. Where I live, we're surrounded by forests and rivers. And in the autumn, when the weather starts getting cold, the trees' leaves turn from green to red. And it's so beautiful. That's what I'm going to show you today. These trees are very well known around the world and very special to Canada. They're maple trees. You might recognize the shape of the leaf. It's featured on Canada's national flag. Also, do you know the delicious treat these trees produce? I'll give you a hint. Think breakfast. That's right, maple syrup. The reason these leaves turn from a beautiful healthy green to a deep dark red is because they're saving nutrients for the winter. It's very cold and snowy here in Canada, and it's very hard for things to survive under these conditions. So the trees here have a unique way of conserving nutrients by taking them from their leaves and storing them in their trunk for the winter. This is what pulls out that green color and leaves the leaves looking red. And then they fall off onto the ground. You can see that on the different colored leaves, on the trees, and on the ground. These are the stages at which the nutrients are being pulled out of the leaves. Trees have an amazing way of adapting and of surviving even in harsh conditions. And it makes for such a beautiful sight to see the different colored leaves on the trees and on the ground. I had so much fun showing you the changes of the leaves here in Canada. I hope to see you guys soon. This is your pen pal Zoe signing off. Bye, Goombay kids!
Hi Goombay kids, it's Mel. For the last interview of season 2 for Goombay Kids, we have with us a dedicated environmentalist who has committed herself to ensuring our Bahamas is clean, green, and pristine. Joining us from Brief is Kasarina McKinney. Welcome to Goombay Kids, Kasarina.
Hello, Melania. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here talking with you Goombay Kids.
So, Kasarina, what do you think is the biggest problem facing our country?
Climate change is the biggest environmental challenge faced by the Bahamas and by the world. It's caused by burning fossil fuels that results in more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere and warming oceans. In the Bahamas, when the oceans warm, this can cause ocean acidification and also coral bleaching. And we're particularly concerned about corals because they protect our islands from storms. Climate change can also cause sea level rise, and in the Bahamas, we are very low-lying. Most of our buildings and infrastructure is very close to the sea, and the highest point in the whole country is only 206 feet above sea level. So climate change is something that we're very concerned about. It's something that everybody can take action to address by reducing the amount of greenhouse gases that we release into the atmosphere, by using less electricity, by driving in more fuel efficient cars, and by fighting against things like oil drilling in the waters of the Bahamas.
I hear that you have 2 amazing kids yourself. Do you involve them in your brief work?
I do, Melania, and actually my daughter Taryn is here with me. Come on over, Taryn.
Hi guys, I have a question for you. So you obviously grew up in an environmentally sustainable household. What are your favorite ways to get involved?
I like to go out diving and I like to clean the reefs, which is if I find any discarded fishing gear, I will try to take it off the coral reefs and try to bring it back into my boat and to make sure that I am not polluting.
Thank you so much for being our final guest on season 2 for Goombay Kids and for teaching us about environmental sustainability.
Well, Goombay Kids, I can't believe we are at the end of yet another amazing season of Goombay Kids. I've had so much fun over the past 8 episodes, learning, interacting, and having fun. We have had so many guests on the show and have gone to so many islands of the Bahamas and countries around the world. Goombay Kids, it's been such a pleasure being your host. I hope you learned as much as I did today about our environment and how we can do our part to keep it clean and healthy. I hope you've also enjoyed taking this journey over the last 8 episodes, learning and having fun right here in the Bahamas. Thank you for joining us for this and every episode of Goombay Kids. If you love Goombay Kids, tell us at Goombay Kids on Instagram. Until we see each other again, keep learning, keep interacting, keep having fun, and remember to always have a Goombay day!
Join us with your family for this season's bonus episode of Goombay Kids. We had so much great footage, we had to make another episode with special guest Bowflex Barbie, Bahamian storyteller Portia Sands. We make Bahamian peas and rice, and we go sailing with our friends in Eleuthera, and more. You don't want to miss it.
Hey Goombay Kids! Hope you like our videos. Subscribe to our channel to see more.